All right, so let's move on to blue foam. Once again, we're going to be using a flat acrylic-based paint for painting on the blue foam. And I can show you examples. Here is a matte finish on blue foam, a flat finish. And then here is a semi-gloss finish on the blue foam. So you can kind of notice that in both cases, you might be able to still see a little bit of the blue in the paint. And that's because the paint doesn't reach inside every single little hole of the foam. So you might get a little tiny bit of blue. And the surface is kind of rough. So this is just straight up painting blue foam. In a second, we'll go over different things you can do to modify the blue foam before you paint it. But first, the procedure for painting the foam is pretty similar to painting things like foam core and cardboard. But you'll notice that it takes quite a bit more paint to get an even coat on the foam. And once the paint is applied, it's going to take a bit longer to dry compared to foam core or cardboard. But that's what it looks like after one coat. And then if you want to apply another coat, all you have to do is just wait for this coat to completely dry and then do the same thing over again. Another way you can modify the foam before painting it is to use what's called spackling. So I've got a can of it right over here. Okay, so here's some Spackling Compound. And basically, this is usually used for things like filling holes in drywall and stuff like that. And so we can use it here to fill the holes in the blue foam. You can see that I already have a layer here that's dried. And spackling is super easy to sand. It sands really well. So after you apply the spackle and let it dry, you can go ahead and sand it and then paint to get a good finish on the surface of your foam. I'll go ahead and show you what this looks like. So here's some spackling right in there. I'll go ahead and take some out with the end of my paintbrush. And so you can see when you're applying it, it's a pretty kind of plastery thing. I'm not really using the right kind of tool, but you can see it kind of just plasters on. And then you just let that dry up, maybe apply more if you need to, sand away, and then paint. So those are some different considerations for finishing your blue foam with paint.